So, Erwin Rommel, I have a few questions for you. First of all, explain your childhood and how it helped form you into the Desert Fox. Did you excel at school?
Let's see. November 15th, 1891. I was born. 8 pounds 6 ounces. I was the cutest little baby you ever seen. But yeah, I excelled greatly in school. I was so brilliant at age 14. Me and my best friend, we built a full-scale glider that could actually fly short distances.
Fascinating.
Short distances.
Anyways, how
But-
did you become a military leader?
Oh, well, you see, I really wanted to be an engineer, especially after the glider thing happened. But my dad didn't approve. He sent me to cadet school right away. But I built my way up through the ranks, became lieutenant and colonel of the Nazi forces.
Fascinating. Anyways, tell us about Blitzkrieg warfare and how you developed it, aka lightning warfare for us gringos.
Well, while I was in cadet school, I kept a journal of my military ideas, and I guess Hitler heard about my journal, and when I published it as a book, he really liked it. So, yeah.
So, anyways, how did Blitzkrieg warfare work? Like, exactly.
Well, Blitzkrieg, I didn't like to play defense on the terrain as much. I went for the offensive strategy, and I just attacked as fast as I could.
Sounds like a great strategy.
So it was.
Anyways, you were sent to Africa to help the Italians. How did that work out for you?
Alright, well, the Italians, they're getting their butt kicked. They sucked in Africa. In Libya, they weren't doing anything. The Allies just blew them away. So, the Axis forces sent me down there, with my forces, of course, and helped Italy out. But when we got down there, we basically took over, since they weren't doing anything. But we pushed the Allies back, and we won.
So the Italians were more like bystanders more than anything else.
Yes, they were.
I see. Cool. You ended up fighting the Americans and British in the Battle of El Alamein. Did you prevail?
No comment.
Comment?
No comment.
Okay. I respect that. Anyways, was Hitler angry with you?
No, actually. In El Alamein, we were getting our butts kicked. I mean, our butts were really getting handed to us. But Hitler ordered us to fight till the last bullet, till the death, basically. But I had too much respect for my troops, and I knew they were gonna lose, so I pulled them out.
How courageous.
Very.
You ended up being removed from Africa and returned to Europe. What was Hitler's next assignment for you?
Well, Hitler finally stuck me on the defensive end of things, and sent me to Normandy to set up the blockade against the Allies on the French shoreline.
We all know how that ended. Did anyone approach you about a change of leadership after that?
Well, a few colleagues of mine, they said, Rommel, dude, bro, you gotta help us out with the assassination attempt to kill Hitler. I was like, nah, bro. You just gotta put him on trial. If you put him on trial instead of killing him, it'd be a much better idea. Because if you just kill him, you're gonna turn him into a martyr. So that was my idea.
That does sound like a better idea. So you did not participate in the coup attempt, but then what happened?
I did not participate, but Hitler and Gestapo must have found out that I was approached or possibly part of his assassination attempt, and they gave me two options. I said, you can be put on trial against the People's Court for treason, where you would surely, without a doubt, lose and possibly be sentenced to death or just in prison your whole life. Or you could kill yourself and make it seem like it was on purpose, or not on purpose, the opposite of purpose, on accident, so you could still die a hero.
Sounds like a very difficult decision. So what did you choose to do?
I chose the latter of the two choices, and I told my wife, my children, that what I had to do was what I had to do. And so Gestapo, they hauled me off with another person who was plotted, or supposedly plotted against Hitler. And they stuck us in the car, drove off, and gave us this cyanide pill. For any of you who don't know, a cyanide is CN, so carbon and nitrogen. So they gave me the pill, and they left the car, and they just said, take it. And so I did. And after I did, they came back to the car, and I was slunched over, and the car dead.
So you died.
Yes, I did.
Interesting. Well, in the last answer, you mentioned something about children. Did you have any offspring?
I did. I had a wonderful son named Manfred, and I had a daughter named Gertrude. She was fairly ugly. She was nowhere near the beauty of Manfred, so we had to give her a terrible name to match.
Sounds like a sad name for her.
It was touching.
Anyways, thank you for this brilliant interview, and I think we really got some nice insight on your life.
I agree. I believe you did get some great insight on my life, and I wish to see you again soon, but I don't think I can, because I'm about to die in a few minutes.
I know, just took a cyanide pill. Alright.
Alright, well, thank you, sir, for this great interview,
Thank you.
and I'm off.
The end.
Called the July plot, but I knew that just murdering him would... Oh shit, a spider.
Perfect.